Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class. Our textbook is Weekend 2 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 3, My Day, Animals, Places. The lesson is Words on page 23. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Quick revision in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we did learn 12 new jobs about different people. And we said that it is important not only that we know the meaning of each job, but also we know how to write each and also to listen to it and to practice it as well. And the first exercise we had is to listen to these different jobs, also to practice them, to say them after the teacher, and after this, to match the words with the pictures. So on your books, on page 22, you will see different jobs written and different pictures. And all you have to do is just to match the word to the right picture. But here, what we're going to do is, as you can see, we already matched each job with the picture. And what we're going to focus on is how to listen to these jobs and also how to practice them. This is very important. And after we do listen and after we do practice these jobs, now it will be your turn to try to match each word with the right picture. So now let's remind ourselves with these jobs and also let's listen to them, practice them, and then we can match or start the matching words with the picture. So here let's start with the first picture we have. The first picture or the first job we have is astronaut. Astronaut. Say after me, astronaut. Number 2, architect. Architect. Say after me, architect. Number 3, pilot. 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 Very well. So these are, or this is the first part of the jobs that we did learn last time. The first one is about an astronaut. Astronaut, or we can call it a person who works in a space shuttle or works in a space. Also, we have architect, a person who build buildings or make buildings and bridges and road. We call this person an architect. Also, a pilot, which is a person who fly planes. This person, we call it a pilot. Now, this is about the first part of the jobs we have today. Now, let's listen to the second part. The second part is number 4, cook. Cook. Say after me, cook. Number 5, computer technician. Computer technician. Computer technician. Number 6, doctor. 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 Very good. So here we have 3 more jobs. The first one is a cook, a person who make meals and cook delicious food. Also, the other person here is a computer technician, which is a person who is responsible for fixing any problems we may have in computers. And the last one is a doctor, which is a person who works in hospital and treat patients. So this is about these 3 jobs. Now let's read the last part we have in this exercise. So here, number 7, we have teacher, teacher, farmer, farmer, firefighter, firefighter, and finally, businessman, businessman. Very well. So here we have the last four jobs we have. The first one is a teacher who works in school to teach students different subjects. Also, the next one is a farmer. A farmer, which is a person who works in a farm, maybe raise animals, maybe take care of plants, and also the take care of food planted as well. The next one is a firefighter, a person who is responsible to put off fires in different places and different buildings. And the last one is a businessman, a person who had several companies and make certain deals. This is what we call a businessman. So now, here we talked about all of these 12 jobs. Let's listen to them one more time, and then we will move on to the next exercise. So now I would like you to listen and to say after me these 12 jobs. Number one, astronaut, architect, pilot, cook, computer technician, doctor, teacher, farmer, firefighter, businessman. Very well. So now, after this, or after listening and practicing different jobs, we had the second exercise. And our second exercise was about how to ask and answer about jobs and how to guess. Imagine that you and your partner maybe could be your classmates from classroom, or maybe one of your family members. And you want to ask your partner, or you want your partner to guess what is the job from these 12 jobs we have already listened to. What is the job you have in mind? So what the other person or your partner has to guess. He has or she has to guess what is the job that you are thinking about. So here we have different questions. We can ask our partner, and we can, after answering these questions, we can guess what's the job is he or she means. So now let's now listen to these questions, and then we'll explain them, so just we know what are the questions that we should ask if we want to guess. So the first one is, does he work in an office? So the person or the job that you have in mind, does the person works in an office? The answer is yes. Okay, I have another question, which is he an architect? We know an architect has to work in an office. So is he an architect? No, he is not. Okay, I got another question. Is he a technician? Is he a technician? No, he is not. He is not a technician. So he works in an office. He's not an architect. He's not a technician. So who is he? I give up. We say, I give up if you don't have any more question. I give up. Who is he? And the answer was, he is a businessman. So here you can think of different jobs, and you can play this game with your partner. And after this, with the grammar toolbox, we said that when we ask questions, or if you want to guess, we start our question with, what does he, if he's a man, or she, if she a woman, what does he or she do? And our answer must start or must be similar to this. He is or she is a teacher. Also, the other question that we can use, which is does. Does he or does she work in an office? If the answer is yes, we would say yes, he or she does. Or no, he or she doesn't. And we can use also a sentence like this. she works or he works at the airport. Or we can say he doesn't work or she doesn't work at the airport. So in this grammar toolbox, we know how to ask about a person job, also how to ask yes or no questions starting with does, and also we can write sentence like this to talk about a person and where this person works. We said he works or she works in an office, at the airport, in a school, and so on. So now let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, we hope that you will be able to ask and talk about appearances. Ask to talk about appearances. And to do this, let's open our books on page 23. Let's open our books on page 23. On page 23, you will see 4 different pictures of 4 different people. And what you need to do is just to match or write down the number of the description as we have here to the right person. For example, on page 23, you will see a person has the same appearance as it is written here. So for example, here we have, when we talk about someone, we say he has short brown hair and brown eyes. He is wearing a thobe and speaking with his friends. So here when we talk about the person you have, you can see that he has short hair, short brown hair, and also brown eyes. Also, he is wearing a thobe and he is speaking with his friends. This one is already answered on your book. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen. We'll try to write down these descriptions, and on your book you'll try to match this description with the person you can see on the page. So here we have number 1 or number 2, the first person we can see, and here we have these different descriptions. So the first one is long brown hair. This is the first thing about his or her appearance. Long hair, brown hair, and also brown eyes, and a red jacket. That this person is wearing a red jacket and sitting. So this person is not standing, is not walking. This person is sitting. So can you look at the pictures and tell me who the person is, who that person is? Well, we can say that this person is a woman. And we can say, we can rewrite this sentence and say, she has long brown hair and brown eyes. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. Also, we can say she is wearing a red jacket and she is sitting. She's wearing a red jacket and she is sitting. And you can see her on your book, that the woman that is wearing a red jacket and is sitting. Now let us move on to number 3. Number 3, the person we're talking about has black hair, brown eyes, a green jacket, also a white t-shirt, a blue skirt, and pink shoes. So look at the pictures. Can you find a person with this description? Pink shoes, blue skirt, and green jacket. Can you see him or her? Yes, of course. So you do write number 3 with the picture of that person and write down this. So here we rewrite the words. We said she has long black hair and brown eyes. Also, she is wearing a white t-shirt, blue skirt, and pink shoes. So this is about the other girl who is next to the previous one, next to the girl in number 2. Now let's listen to the last one. The last description we have is a person who is short, has a blonde hair, and blue eyes, and a blue t-shirt. So look at the pictures. Can you find someone with the same appearances as we have here? Of course. So go ahead and write number 4 under this person. And write this, that he has short blonde hair and blue eyes. And he is wearing a blue t-shirt. That this person is wearing a blue t-shirt. So here we have, or what we did is we write down all the appearances about different people. We said that this girl is wearing a red jacket, and this girl is wearing a green jacket, pink shoes, and also a blue skirt. And not only about clothes, but also we talk about a hair. We said that he has blonde hair, and she has brown hair, and he has black hair. So we can use this description when we're talking about, or when we're describing different people and how they look. And also, you can play a game that is called Guess Who? Describe someone in your class. So not only in your class, maybe in your family or friends around you. You can look around and try to describe a person by his or her hair and then the clothes, like this. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. She is tall. She is standing near the door. What's her name? And you can, when you say the right descriptions, the right appearances, maybe your friends or your classmates will answer you and say the name, and they will guess the name of this person, as we have here. They guessed who that person is, and they say it's Rana. And you can do the same. So at the end, it is important you talk about someone appearance using have and has. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.